Hey guys, it's Zara and welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about my 5-star reads so far in this year. If you want to see how I rate my books, I will link my video down below so you can check it out. So with my Goodreads, and so far I've only rated 4 books 5 stars, but these are books that I haven't reread. So I've done a lot of rereads so far this year, and all of those rereads are 5 stars, so I'm not including them in this video, but I do have 4 books that I read for the first time that I rated 5 stars. So to start, we have a Colleen Hoover book. This is Verity. If on Book Talk, you've seen it everywhere, but I absolutely loved this book so much. I read it all at once in one sitting, and I think I finished at like 3 a.m. It was so good. It's a psychological thriller slash romance. It's about our main character, Lowen, who is a struggling writer until someone comes propositioning that she finishes Verity's books. He is offered this by Verity's husband, Jeremy, to come to their house and to read Verity's notes to try to finish the book, because Jeremy really liked our main character, Lowen's writing style and thought that it would match very well with Verity's, and then she could help finish Verity's book while Verity is in this vegetable state at the moment. And when she goes to Jeremy's house and is reading all of Verity's old stuff, she finds this manuscript. So when she finds this manuscript, it's an unfinished autobiography of Verity, and when she's reading this, it's really twisted, it's really crazy. It includes how Verity and Jeremy met and their life before Lowen actually comes in. It's absolutely insane. I love this book so much. If you're looking for a thriller and a little bit of romance, definitely pick this up. It was such a quick and easy read. Colleen Hoover always starts her books so well, hooked right at the first sentence. I was very excited to read this book and I loved it. I had a 2-3 hour discussion with my friends after this book. If you are looking for a book that is fast-paced to get you out of a reading slump, maybe, I would definitely recommend this. Another one of my 5-star reads is The Viscount Who Loved Me. This is the second book to the Bridgerton series. It is Kate and Anthony's story. If you have seen the Bridgerton show, this is season 2. I loved this. I have read it about 4 or 5 times within the last month since I've watched the show. I picked up this book about a week or 2 before season 2 came out because I was very excited for season 2 and I had never read any of the books before. This book is an enemies to lovers as well, but it is very different than the show. A lot of things are very different, but I did still really enjoy it. I still really did enjoy Kate and Anthony's story in the book. There's a lot of things that are very different. For example, if you have seen the show, the bee scene is very different in the book than it is in the show. It is a pivotal scene in the show, but it is also a pivotal scene in the book, but in a very different way. There were some things that I liked about the show better than I liked it in the book. And the only one thing that I did like in the book better was Edwina's character. I didn't like Edwina's character in the show. Not for me. But I did really enjoy this book. I absolutely love it. I love their banter. I love the characters still. I do have to say that I did like the characters a little bit more in the show. Out of the 3 Bridgerton books that I have read so far, The Viscount Who Loved Me is my absolute favorite. There's nothing beating Kate and Anthony. The 3rd book that I gave a 5 stars this year was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is a YA murder mystery, and I don't read a lot of murder mysteries, and I absolutely love this one. Thought it was really fast-paced. I really liked the characters, and we have our main character, Pip, who's in her senior year, I believe, and she is investigating this murder that happened within her school. While she's doing her project, she realizes that the person who actually was named as the murderer on the case may not be the actual murderer. Both the murderer and the victim were actually students at her school, and they were a little bit older. So she goes about discovering who the actual killer was, and so I thought the formatting was really cool as well. For example, this is just the first page and it kind of describes her capstone project, so I thought this was cool. Another thing, transcripts. So when she's doing interviews with people, it's kind of written like this rather than just a huge block of dialogue, which I found was really interesting, and it kind of helped you go through the story as well. I don't read a lot of murder mysteries. Again, this is a YA murder mystery, and I really enjoyed it, and I did really enjoy the rest of the series as well. Liked the 3rd book a little more than I liked the middle one. But if you wanted to get into murder mysteries and haven't read a lot and don't know what to pick up, I would highly recommend this one. And the last book that I rated a 5 out of 5 stars this year was Love from A to Z by S.K. Ellie. This book, I loved it so much. This was also a YA romance. We have two Muslim characters who meet at spring break and have a blossoming little friendship, which kind of turns into romance. I absolutely loved it, not only for the romance, but how the culture and the religion was represented in this book. A lot of times I feel like our culture and religion isn't represented without stereotypes, and I didn't see any stereotypes in this book. I thought it was very accurate. I also, though it was heartbreaking, I also really liked seeing the realistic scenarios that our main character was going through, injustices she was facing just because she did wear a hijab. And I did feel like, though it was heartbreaking, and if you read the author's note at the end, she says that these were actually real experiences, I did like reading about it. It made her more of a real character. But the romance was very sweet. Absolutely loved it. If you're looking to read more diverse authors or a little bit more diversity in your books, I would definitely recommend this one. Thanks so much for watching all of the 5-star reads that I've read so far. I will continue to do this maybe later on in the year to see if I've rated any more books a 5 out of 5 stars. I've linked to my TikTok and my Instagram down below, as well as my Goodreads if you want to check that out. And if you have read any 5-star books so far, comment them down below. Thanks for watching.